following Jackass Nation production is powered by Cinelinx.com, your one-stop for your news, reviews, editorials, and more. Keep it on Cinelinx. Coming to you from the K-Fave Studio. Born on the East Coast, Texas raised, and straight out of Compton. Current, reigning, and defending ETCW World Heavyweight Champion. 5-time Texas Tag Team Champion, reppin' Team Fisher. Bring you his opinions on film, television, pro wrestling, sports, and everyday life. The Jersey Jackass. B to the C. And you're listening to It Is What It Is with the Jackass. And now, your host, the Jackass.
Yo! Yo! It is what it is, and what it is what it is with your host, the one, the only, the Jersey Jackass, your boy, B to the C. Hit me up on all social media at RealJackassBC, RealJackassBC. I am your ETCW World Heavyweight Champion.
The other world, Craig. Not just the city, the world.
Use the hashtag IiWiIJA to join the conversation on Twitter. Don't forget to share this around with all your friends. Thank you for hitting that download button. We are powered by Cinelinx.com, your one-stop for your news, reviews, editorials, and more. Keep it on Cinelinx. And we are brought to you by the Offshoots Radio Network, where you can find all sorts of incredible shows. Don't forget to check them out. Give them a 5-star rating, including this show right here, because it is what it is. And we're going to talk a whole bunch of stuff today on episode number 177. That's right. We got it. We got the number. We got it down. We got it going good. That's what we do. We get numbers. That's right, guys. That's what we do. We get numbers. We give them to you. It is episode 177 of It Is What It Is. I'm so glad to be here with you guys. We got a lot to talk about today. We are going to give you the Jeebus nominees. That's right. The nominations for the Jeebus Awards are coming out today. This is where you're going to find out about them. This is going to find out who got nominated, who got snubbed, who is in, and who is out. Best actor, best supporting actress, best scene, best film, best comedy, best action, and some new ones, including the Matt Damon Cameo of the Year Award. What is that? Can only Matt Damon win it? I don't know. You're going to find out later in the show. Also in the show today, we're going to talk about my trip to New York, because I got to go home and had a lot of fun about it. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk a little bit about some other stuff here right now. But first off, I want to let you know that this weekend is MPX Fight, Win, Survive. It kicks off Friday night and concludes on Saturday night. Going to be an incredible show. And I hope you guys are excited for it, because I'm going to be there on Saturday. I don't know if that is public knowledge or not. I'm not 100% sure if I'm supposed to tell you guys that. But I'm going to be at MPX on Saturday, so make sure you guys come out, because I need everybody out there. If you guys want to see me at MPX more, I need you out there, and I need you being loud when I do come out there. So let the powers that be know that you want more of the Jersey Jackass at MPX. So anyway, guys, that's going to be a lot of fun, so make sure you're there at 510 Harwood Road, Bedford, Texas, 7 something. The MPX Event Center. You guys should know where it is by now. It's in Bedford, so you can look it up. 510 Harwood Road does enough for you. It's going to be a great show. Fight, Win, Survive has always been one of my favorite things. Captain of Team Perp. A couple years back, the last time we did it, that team was so much fun. Me, Matt Palmer, Greg James, Zero the Anti-Hero, as well as Christopher Hayden, and we knocked it out of the park. That's what happened. You know, I say that a lot today, as now that I just knocked it out of the park. I'm just thinking about how many times I said it while talking about the Jeebus Awards. I say a lot of things over and over and over. I guess they're just my go-tos. I don't know why some of them are my go-tos and why I chose to say these things, but I do. So that's what I got for you. But I'm excited for this episode, guys. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. But before we really break into that, I want to remind you, go check out my YouTube channel, guys. YouTube.com/Jackass Nation. It's a lot of fun. I'm putting up new videos. I'm doing a lot of stuff. There's going to be great. This is going to be a great year for the YouTube channel. We need to continue to push it and get more content out there. This weekend, I got to interview the cast of Reign of the Superman. That's going to be up there, so I hope you guys are excited to check that stuff out and all of that. So anyway, go and check it out. Let me know what you guys think. Is there any other housekeeping? Do I have anything else? Hey, actually, here's an idea. I want to put this off to you guys. Use the hashtag IiWiIJA to let me know if I were to put up a Patreon. Would you subscribe? I know obviously it would depend on what, the tiers would be and what kind of extras and bonuses you would get. Nothing would ever be more than, I think I would maybe go like $1 a month. And then, the next tier would be $3 a month. And the next tier would be $5 a month. And maybe there would be an $8 a month tier, but that would be most. I wouldn't go higher than that, especially to start off. Maybe later on down the line, if we get, a blue check mark or something, maybe I'd do a little better. But as of right now, that's all we would get. So I don't know. Let me know if you guys would. There'd be a lot of other content. I do some stuff for you guys. So just let me know what you think. Your input is what I need. One of the things that would be part of the Patreon would be your input on the shows. I know I would have some kind of, I know there's like a chat or something on there, and we would talk about what kind of stuff you want the shows to be about. So you guys let me know, holla at me. Would you be interested in a Jackass Nation Patreon? I don't know. You guys tell me. And other than that, let's talk some quick news. Real quick news. We're just going to jump into this and jump right out of it because we have a big show today. The Batman is coming, you guys. Matt Reeves is officially doing the Batman. And not only that, but we have a release date for it. Let me get the article here. Summer 2021, the Matt Reeves, the Batman, will hit theaters June 25th. And as we know right now, Ben Affleck will not be involved. It's going to focus on a younger Batman. And I think that is a shame. I think it is a really shame, especially with Aquaman just now hitting $1 billion. I think you had an opportunity to really reshape the DCEU in that image and continue to use Ben Affleck's Batman, because I think Ben Affleck's Batman would fit in here. And he was my favorite thing about Justice League and my favorite thing about Batman vs. Superman. I have loved Ben Affleck's Batman. So I'm disappointed that the Batman is not going to focus on Ben Affleck's Batman. I'm also disappointed that we're going to go with a younger Batman. I am sick and tired of seeing Batman origin stories. I do not want another Batman origin story, because even all the way through I think Dark Knight Rises, Dark Knight was still part of the origin of Batman. He was still becoming Batman in that. And then Dark Knight Rises, is a re-origin of Batman. He's coming back to Batman after not being Batman. I want to see, just like we saw in Batman vs. Superman, a Batman in his prime. He's already fought these villains. I don't want to see the debut of these villains. I don't want to see the creation of these villains. I want these villains to already be villains in the world that we have seen. I don't want to see his freaking parents die again. I want a Batman that's already had a Robin die. I want a Batman that Nightwing is across the bay protecting Bloodhaven. I'm sick and tired of brand new Batman. Don't tell me that story again. Don't show me how the Penguin became the Penguin. He's the Penguin. Boom. Let's go. Oh, man. Look, don't get me wrong. I am excited for Matt Reeves to direct the Batman movie. I'm excited that it's going to be called The Batman. I think that's a great name. I'm excited for Batman to be on the big screen again. I just don't want another early-ass Batman story. All right? Just let him already be Batman. Don't show me all that training crap again. I don't want to see it. We've seen it. You know, it'd be cool. An Arkham Asylum movie. Where, kind of like Dredd. You know, Dredd was locked in that complex the entire movie. Something like that, where Batman's locked in the complex in Arkham Asylum, having to deal with multiple of his villains. That could be cool. I don't know. We'll probably get his parents die again, and he'll have to go and train and become Batman. Who the freak knows? I don't know. I wonder if we'll have the same Commissioner Gordon, because I really did enjoy J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon. I love Jeremy Irons as Alfred. Maybe we could still use him as Alfred. I don't know. What's going to happen? Who knows? But I think it's a missed opportunity to not reshape the DCEU in the image of Aquaman. Like, I think if you wanted to set it before, you want him to be a little bit younger, okay, cool. Just take Ben Affleck and take the gray out of the hair that you put in there. You can make Ben Affleck look younger. It's okay. It is very plausible. He's not that old. It's not like he's like Grandpa Batman or anything, but I don't know. I'm just a guy on the internet with a podcast with 177 episodes and 8 listeners, 6 of which who are in Ireland. Another one is my mom. I don't know who the last listener is. But I thank you for listening. Love you guys. All right, we're going to take our first commercial break. You know what? Before we do that, once again, I have not re-recorded the MPX commercial, and the MPX commercial is wrong, so it has to be redone. I think it's going to re-debut on the Jeebus Awards, but you can get the MPX network. That's right. You can see all the great things that have happened on MPX over the years. All you have to do is go to network. It's at network.metroplex. No, it's network.mpxwrestling.com. Am I correct? I don't know. I'm looking it up right now. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was looking it up as I was going. Like, I was typing that as. Yes, I was right. It is network.mpxwrestling.com. Go there and check out. When you check out, put in the promo code Jackass1. That's JACKA $, number 1. Why is it $? I don't know. Why does it have to be difficult like that? I don't know. I'm not in charge of the MPX network. I just give you my code, guys. So go in there. It's $9.99 a month, but if you use the code Jackass1, JACKA $1, you can get a discount and get it for only $4.99 a month. So go ahead, do that now. Get that discount. Check it out. Really excited for you guys to check out all the great stuff on the MPX network, man. So much going down on there. So much new footage being added almost weekly. So go check out the old days of MPX. All right, now we're going to jump into our first commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to talk the Jeebus Awards.
Every Monday night at 7:30 to 9 Central on TrueTexasRadio.com, join myself, Nigel Rabbit, and my co-host, 5-star Phil Woodyard, for All the Queen's Men, as we journey through the music of Queen. In celebration of the success of the film, Bohemian Rhapsody, and in honor of their final tour, Phil and I will share and listen to an album a week and talk about the music and the history of Queen.
All right, welcome back. It is time to finally get into it, guys. It is time to break down and talk about the Jeebus Awards. That's right. The Jeebus Awards are back. I'm really excited for this. I'm also not excited about it because it's a lot of editing and very little time to do so. So I'm not looking forward to all the work that is going into it. But we have some new categories this year. We got some new presenters this year. It's going to be fun. I'm really excited about it. I think you guys are going to be really excited too. And as always, we're going to start, we'll get into best film at the end. Or you know what? Nah. We're not going to bury the lead this time. We're going to go straight into it. Best film of the year. We're going to open up with, I'm just kidding, guys. We're going to hold off on best film of the year. It's going to be later on. We're going to start off with best comic book film nominations. We have The Avengers, Marvel's The Avengers, Infinity War, Black Panther, Venom, Into the Spider-Verse, and Aquaman. Noticeably absent is Deadpool 2. Did not get the cut. Did not make it into the top 5 best comic book years. Did not get in there for the Jeebus Award. I know Ryan Reynolds is going to be hurting. We'll see if he can sneak in somewhere else on the list. But it does suck, man. Ant-Man and the Wasp not making it in there either. But this was a very, very strong year for comic book movies. And, I know that Jay is probably going to be really mad that I would nominate Venom. But I don't care because I thoroughly enjoyed Venom. And I'm in charge of the committee of the Jeebus Awards. And that's what we got. So, yeah, Venom's in there. Infinity War, a lot of good choices here. What's going to win it? I don't know. You guys tell me. Use the hashtag Jeebus Awards to let me know. Biggest letdown of the year. This is always a big one to get into. The biggest letdown of the year is the award I like to give to movies that I was really looking forward to, but ended up being terrible. So it's not movies that just right off the bat we knew they were going to be mad. They're going to be ones that we thought were going to be good and ended up not being good. So these movies go to, the nominations are Tomb Raider, definitely a disappointment. Pacific Rim Uprising. Oh God, that devastated me. It really did. The Strangers, Prey at Night, for a sequel to a film that I thoroughly enjoy. To have the sequel finally come out and be this disappointing, not a good look for you. Halloween. Yeah, I was not a fan of Halloween, man. This movie was not good. And God, it had so much potential going into it. And The Cloverfield Paradox. You remember about this time last year, there was the Super Bowl, big game, and they dropped the trailer for Cloverfield Paradox and said, oh, by the way, as soon as the game's over, you can watch it on Netflix. And now we see why they did that, because it was terrible. All right, a new category this year. The best documentary / stand-up special. And you might be saying, whoa, documentary and stand-up special in one thing. Well, hey, maybe in the future we will separate it and you'll get 2 separate categories for this. But as of right now, I don't see too many of them. So it is these will be combined. And your nominees for stand-up of the year or documentary of the year go to Elijah Scherzinger, Elder Millennials, Robin Williams, Come Inside My Mind, Tom Segura's Disgraceful, Andre the Giant, and Won't You Be My Neighbor? The movie the Oscars forgot about. All incredible films here. Won't You Be My Neighbor, I got to see, and God, it was so good, man. I really, really enjoyed it. The Andre documentary, man, that was insane how good that was. As well as Rob Williams getting a good look inside his mind that was on Hulu early this year. Elijah Scherzinger, she's always one of my all-time favorites, man. So I thoroughly enjoyed Elder Millennials. And Tom Segura has been someone who has recently became a favorite of mine. And it was due to me seeing this Disgraceful stand-up early in the year. So that was definitely really cool. All right, biggest surprise of the year. Now, the biggest surprise are movies that I don't expect to be anything special and end up being incredible. Ones that just come out of nowhere and you don't really think much of it. All right, Won't You Be My Neighbor is our first nominee. I'll tell you, I went to go see it. I went to the press screening. I was like, all right, let's go watch this. It's probably not going to be that good. It's probably been kind of boring, and it's incredible. Uncle Drew. Who would have thought Kyrie Irving was going to be able to make such a damn good movie? Uncle Drew is incredibly funny. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. Man. You know what? I had seen a couple minutes of it. Was not impressed. Then I ended up watching the whole thing. And man, it's got some moments to it. It was really good. Number 4. Tag. That's right, guys. I thought Tag was going to be a paint-by-the-numbers comedy, but man, it really blew me away. And finally, Unsane. You guys did not catch Unsane early in the year. You really missed out because that movie was insane. It was so incredible. It was so unsane. It was insane. Insane in the membrane. All right. Another new category this year. And it's going to be in honor of somebody who is nominated, actually, right off the bat. He shows up in so many different movies. He's always so good at cameos that we've decided to announce the Matt Damon Cameo of the Year Award. That's right. Now, you don't have to be named Matt Damon to win this. You could be somebody else. But it will be in honor of Matt Damon. And Matt Damon is definitely up for winning it as well, as he has 2 nominations. That's right. Matt Damon is nominated for his cameo in Deadpool, as well as his cameo in Unsane. There is also, our other nominees include Brad Pitt for Deadpool 2, Stan Lee for Ralph Breaks the Internet, and the Red Skull for Marvel's Infinity War. Yeah, that's right. Red Skull, a character, is getting nominated, not just the actor. All right. Best soundtrack / score. This is the one we give to the films that have the best music in them, whether it be music as the film on whole or the soundtrack or the score itself. And this one was insanely hard to cut it down, man. I was not happy. I had to leave out a certain film, which I'll get to as after I announce the nominees. But oh man, this one got different because there were so many good musical scores and musical films this year. So, best soundtrack score. The nominees are Solo, A Star Wars Story, Marvel's The Avengers, Infinity War. Man, that music was really damn good. Black Panther, Bohemian Rhapsody, and A Star is Born. Now, what's missing? I'll tell you. Creed 2. The Creed 2 score was absolutely incredible, and it kills me that I had to cut it out, but I had to make a decision, and Bohemian Rhapsody snuck in there instead of Creed 2. So, mad respect to Bohemian Rhapsody for getting in there, and these are all incredible scores. Picking a winner is going to be incredibly difficult. All right, sticking with music, we're going to go to Best Song. We have The Shallows from A Star is Born, Oops from Black Panther, Ocean to Ocean by Pitbull from Aquaman, Eminem's Venom from Venom, and of course, All of the Stars from Black Panther. All great songs. I don't care what anybody says. Ocean to Ocean is a great song. I thoroughly enjoy it. It's just a cover of, it just samples Africa, all right? It's not a remake or a cover of Africa. It just samples it. Let it go, people. Enjoy the ride. All right, every year we like to give away an award. It started off with Carrie Fisher winning the Badass of the Year award, and then it went to the inspiration behind Patriots Day, who ended up winning it the next year. And this year we have another great recipient of the Badass of the Year award, and that is none other than the one and only Stan Lee. And that award will be presented to him by Nigel Rabbit. Going to be a great presentation. I cannot wait to hear what Nigel has to say about the one and only Stan Lee. Okay, let's see what is next. Moving right along from Badass of the Year, we jump into a Jeebus favorite. That ass though. That's right. The Little Inn Trophy is gonna go ahead and present this once again. We might be giving him naming this award after him or letting him name it or something. I don't know. All right, but the nominees are now the Dead ass though goes. The original one went to Nicki Minaj for the barbershop. The Next Cut. Now. You don't just have to have a nice ass. It's not about that. It's about being beautiful and amazing, and it is celebrating the beauty of all women. So we make the award, and it goes out to any and everybody who is absolutely stunning in a film. So the Dead Ass Doe Award goes to, or the nominees are Blake Lively in A Simple Favor, Anne Hathaway for Ocean's 8, Michelle Williams for Venom. Now, not just any part of Venom, not just Michelle Williams, but Michelle Williams as She-Venom in Venom. Because, dang, she was... Rihanna for Ocean's 8. And Zazie Beetz as Domino for Deadpool 2. Those are some beautiful women, guys. So, all right. The next award, Jeebus Award for Best Scene. Thor arrives in Wakanda. Marvel's The Avengers Infinity War. Ron Stallworth calls the KKK for the first time. Black Klansman. The Snap. Marvel's The Avengers Infinity War. Killmonger dies. Black Panther. And our fifth and final nominee, STEM takes control in Upgrade. Ooh, boy, when he took control that first time in Upgrade, that was sick, man. That was absolutely incredible. Great damn scene, man. Best scene was very difficult this year. There were a lot of things to put in there, and I had forgotten to keep track of it as the year went on. So I totally forgot about a lot of scenes, and then I had to go back, rush in, and I started going crazy trying to remember what scenes to put in and what to do here and there. And, oh, man, that was rough there, man, but really did enjoy the great scenes. Going to be hard to pick a winner there. All right, another Jeebus favorite, the best fight of the year. Man, I'm not going to lie to you. There were some good fights this year and only 2 movies. 5 nominees, 2 movies. Yeah, that's how stiff the competition was. All right, best fight, number 1, The Avengers vs. Thanos on Titan. Marvel's The Avengers Infinity War. The Avengers vs. the Aliens in Wakanda. Marvel's Avengers The Infinity War. Creed vs. Drago in Creed 2. Team Cap vs. the Children of Thanos. Marvel's The Avengers Infinity War. And finally, Creed vs. Drago 2 in Creed 2. Man, both fights in Creed were absolutely incredible pounding fights, man. And I enjoyed every single moment of both of them. That's why they both got in here. And these Avengers fights, they give me chills, especially Cap's team versus the Children of Thanos. That's an insane fight scene. It's probably one of my favorite moments in there. And I'm not going to lie to you, I almost wanted to give that also a best scene nominee. Very last moment, STEM takes control, snuck in there and stole that spot there. But man, that was a hell of a fight. All right, best animated film. Ralph Breaks the Internet. The Incredibles 2, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and The Death of Superman. Now you might be saying, whoa, BC, that's only 4. Well, I didn't see anything else that deserved a nomination. I watched a bunch of other animated movies. I didn't get to see all of them. I didn't get to see Gotham by Gaslamp, and I didn't get to see Suicide Squad Hell to Pay, and I didn't get to see Batman Ninja. But Titans didn't really deserve a nomination for me. Wasn't really impressed by it. I saw something else that definitely didn't deserve a nomination either. And I hated Isle of Dogs, so it did not deserve a nomination either. So that's why we only have 4 for Best Animated Film there. But those are some incredible animated films, and I'm having a hard time deciding which one truly is the winner. Oh man, these are some tough awards, man. Hey, and I'm just gonna take a second right here and let you know some of the presenters that will be presenting this year. Of course, you know I'll be presenting. Matt Maliaros and Rob will definitely be back. Jay Washington will be on this year. Phil Woodyard, of course, is gonna be making a presentation. Ryan Remington, Dave Sagan, and of course Chris Lemche and Trey Mack, among many, many others. So be prepared for that, you guys. I think you guys are really going to enjoy the presenters this year. Some new people, some new blood. Hopefully going to get some bunch of new people here on the show eventually. So I just found a random chip on my table, and I don't know where it came from because I don't remember eating chips anytime recently. So that's weird. All right, Best Action. Let's jump back into the nominees here. Best Action Film, you know this is always a highlight of mine because I love action films, and we got some good ones here. Marvel's The Avengers Infinity War, Black Panther, Venom. Here's a controversial one, getting a nomination. No other show is going to nominate it. Robin Hood. And the final nominee for Best Action, Upgrade. That's right, guys. Robin Hood has got a nomination from me for Best Action. I thoroughly enjoyed the action in this film. I don't know if anyone else really enjoyed it. I think Guy Ritchie can really do action well, and I thought he did a great job in this interpretation of Robin Hood. This is probably my second favorite interpretation of Robin Hood now. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. Third. Prince of Thieves will definitely be number 1, the old Kevin Costner one. And the Disney Robin Hood is definitely number 2. But Guy Ritchie's Robin Hood is the number 3 Robin Hood for me. I'm not a fan of Men in Tights, nor am I the fan of the Russell Crowe version of Robin Hood. So, also great company to be in. It's going to be hard for Robin Hood to win with Upgrade, Black Panther, Avengers, and Venom. So we'll see what it can do. All right, Best Comedy of the Year. It's got some good comedies here. Tag already has a nominee for Biggest Surprise. How's it gonna fare again in the comedy world here for Best Comedy Film? It has to go up against Game Night. Game Night, another great film. Blockers. John Cena. That's going to be really hard to beat. Big Match John getting his first nominee for Jeebus Awards. I mean, it's technically not John Cena getting a nominee, but his first film nominated. So, Night School. Kevin Hart, always a strong competitor when it comes to the Jeebus Awards. And the final comedy, Deadpool 2. That's right, guys. Deadpool 2 is getting a nomination for comedy. I will say, one thing I have said is that I think Deadpool 2 is not as good of a movie as the first Deadpool. However, I do think that Deadpool 2 definitely hit that comedy, hit those jokes home a lot harder than the first Deadpool film did. Okay, the top 6. These are the ones that you want to know about. These are the big ones here. The big shabam. We got Best Actress, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress, Best Director, and Best Film. These are the ones you've been looking forward to. I know it, guys. I know y'all are excited about it. As I take a nice sip here of IBC root beer made with real sugar cane. Some good stuff, but let's go ahead and take a look at the best director here. Who was able to bring this along? Who brought in the best films? Who are the shepherds? Who are the best shepherds out there this year? We got some good things to look at. Number one, the Russo brothers, Marvel's The Avengers: Infinity War. You knew it was coming, guys. So the Avengers is cleaning up this year with nominations. Let's see here. They're nominated for best comic book film. They're nominated for best soundtrack score. They are nominated 3 times in best scene. So it's 5 nominees already. 6, 7, 8 thanks to best fight. 9 best action. And now a 10th nominee for best director. The Infinity War cleaning up this year. All right, next up, Ryan Coogler for Black Panther. You knew that one was coming too. Coogler directed the hell out of this movie, man. And it's an incredible feat what he was able to do, and how incredible it was. It was one of the best films of the year, which is why it's getting so much love everywhere. So Ryan Coogler getting the nod. Bradley Cooper, A Star is Born. The fact that Bradley Cooper can come out with his director debut and knock it out of the park like this, hey, more power to you, Coops. You're killing it, man. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So you're up there in the best director category. Mark Foster for Christopher Robin. This is Mark Foster's first nominee for Jeebus Awards. Christopher Robin's first nominee of the night as well. So, big respect to that. That was a great film. Really took me back to my childhood. So, Mark Foster jumping in there. And the final spot for Best Director, good old number 5, goes to John Krasinski, A Quiet Place. Boom. Look at you, Krasinski. You went and you're killing it, knocking out of the park just as well. So mad respect. Quiet Place getting in there for Best Director. All right, let's look at Best Supporting Actor here. We've got Adam Driver, Black Klansman. Man, he was good. Michael B. Jordan, Black Panther. Michael B. Jordan was robbed of an Oscar nomination, but we ain't robbing him here at the Jeebus Awards, man. We're throwing him in there. He's getting the nod from us. Chris Webber in Uncle Drew. What? Who would have thought that a basketball player is getting a nomination? That's right. Chris Webber, Uncle Drew, Jeebus nominated. Put that on your resume, Weber. Florian Montaneu. I'm not exactly sure if I said your name right, but you're getting a nomination, Florian, for Creed 2, Drago Jr. You're coming in here hot with your own little award here, your own nominee, brother. And finally, Into the Spider-Verse, Nicolas Cage. All right. That's right, guys. Nicolas Cage, Noir Spider-Man, gets the nominee. Sorry, I had to take another sip of my IBC root beer here. So, hey, Into the Spider-Verse has been killing it as well, and Nicolas Cage coming in here and taking one of the nominees is mad respect. So, all right, next up, we're going to do Supporting Actress. And we start off with A Quiet Place's Millicent Simmons. That little girl stole the damn show. She was so damn good. I don't know if she's actually deaf, but she made me believe she was. That's for damn sure. I loved everything about this character. She was great. She was incredible in the role, and I'm really excited to see where her career goes from here. Emilia Clarke, Solo. That's right, the mother of dragons. Look, man, I'm just in love with Emilia Clarke. So, she was going to get nominated. It may be biased, but I don't care because she's Emilia Clarke and she deserves a nomination. So, yeah. Amy Adams for Vice. Look, I wasn't the biggest fan of Vice, but I can tell you that Amy Adams killed it, man, and I loved her in this film. I thought she was the best thing about it, next to what your boy Sam Rockwell as George W. So, but Amy Adams killed it. All right, Letitia Wright, Black Panther. Yo, come on now. Letitia Wright killed it. Like, that's real talk. And the breakout character of Crazy Rich Asians, played by Awkwafina. That's right, Awkwafina sneaking in here. I loved her character in Crazy Rich Asian. Crazy Rich Asian was such a damn good movie, and I absolutely loved Awkwafina in there. And Awkwafina also killed it in Ocean's 8. So, hey, she could have almost snuck in there for Ocean's 8, but she's getting it because she was so incredible in Crazy Rich Asians. All right, top 3. We're getting there, baby. Best Actor. Bradley Cooper, A Star is Born. Man, who saw that one coming? He didn't get the nominee from the Oscar, but he's getting it right here from the Jeebus Awards. Rami Malek, Bohemian Rhapsody. Josh Brolin in Marvel's The Avengers Infinity War. Ewan McGregor for Christopher Robin. And J.D. Washington for Black Klansman. It is absolute BS that he was not nominated for an Oscar, and we are not going to snub him like they did. We are much better. We give the awards that the people know they want. So, J.D. Washington, you're getting a nomination for Best Actor for Black Klansman, brother. All right. Let's take a look at Best Actress now. Lot of talented actresses out this year. These are my top 5. Those going in, getting the Jeebus nominees. Lady Gaga for A Star is Born. Amanda Stenberg for The Hate You Give. Emily Blunt, A Quiet Place. Constant Wu for Crazy Rich Asians. And Lara Condor for To All the Boys I've Loved. Great actresses, all incredibly strong here. Stenberg, I loved The Hate You Give, man. I thought that was an incredible film, and she was part of the reason why. Lara Condor, man, all the Boys I Loved on Netflix. I loved that movie as well, dude. And she was Jubilee in X-Men Apocalypse. And I didn't know that till well after I gave her the nominee. I was like, oh, that's really cool to find out. So, I liked her interpretation of Jubilee. There wasn't much to go on, but what there was, I definitely did enjoy. So, Best Actress is stacked this year. Who's going to win? I have no idea, but I look forward to finding out. All right. Here it is, guys. The moment you have been waiting for. The best film nominee of the year. Oof. So many nominees. So many great choices here. Who's going to win? I don't know. But we have 10 of the best films nominated. Jeebus Award. Let's take a look at it here. Number 1, Creed 2. Number 2, Bohemian Rhapsody. Number 3, A Star is Born. Number 4, The Hate You Give. Number 5, A Quiet Place. The number 6 nominee, Marvel's The Avengers Infinity War. That is their 11th nominee of the night. Number 7. Sorry, I had to recount myself there. Black Panther. Number 8. Christopher Robin. Number 9, Black Klansman. And the final nominee of the evening, Best Film, Crazy Rich Asians. That's right, guys. Those are our 10 nominees for Best Film of the Year. I'm not going to lie to you. One other film was in and out, and I didn't know which one to go with, and it was a decision that was made literally right now on this broadcast. I just said it, but Won't You Be My Neighbor almost got the nominee, but I ended up giving it to Christopher Robin. Why? Because that's how I was feeling right now when I'm letting you know who the nominees are. So those are all of our nominees this year, guys. I hope you guys agree with some of them. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. I don't know. Let me know. Use the hashtag Jeebus Awards on Twitter. And let me know what you think of the nominees, man. I hope you guys are looking forward to this year's Jeebus Awards. I know I'm looking forward to you guys hearing it. I'm not looking forward to editing it. That is for damn sure, because I know it's going to be difficult. Now, the Jeebus Awards will air the Friday before the Oscars, which will be February 22nd. So I have an entire month to work my ass off getting these things ready for you. Not an entire month, but only 3 weeks, basically, to work my ass off to get these ready for you. We're going to do what we can. We're going to make it work. We're going to work hard for you guys because I know you guys enjoy it, and I'm really excited. I'm really glad you guys enjoy it. We are going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to talk something. Maybe we'll talk New York. Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll do that.
Hey everybody, this is Trey Mack from the Offshoots Radio Network, and I want to thank everyone for downloading this episode. Check out our list of shows that are also on the network. We have the Offshoots, of course, which is hosted by me, and we help promote the wrestling shows in the DFW area. And every once in a while, we journey outside of our own little market and promote wrestling from other ports of call. The bottom line is, we promote wrestling. Other shows on the network include the Lucha Lounge with Steve DeMarco, the former PCW heavyweight champion, now a part of Reality Wrestling's creative, brings his own perspective on wrestling and life. B.C. brings his own show called It Is What It Is with the Jackass, our entertainment show where the former 4-time MPX Tag Team Champion talks TV, movies, sports, and everyday life. Cheap Pops just debuted on the Offshoots Radio Network, and like this show, it's taking on a following of its own. Join Thomas Barnes and his crew as they talk wrestling, music, and hijinks. Split Decision is our UFC/WWE show where Tommy and Big Kev drag me into their web of nonsense as they attempt to cover the goings-on in the UFC and help keep me updated on what's going on in the WWE. If you head over to theoffshoots.podbean.com, you can check out every single episode that has aired on the Offshoots Radio Network, including shows like The Nigel Rabbit Show, Talking Smack with Christopher Hayden, Still Famous, God Makes Beautiful Things, show recaps, and much, much more. We can be found on iTunes and Google Play, so for those who have iPhones or Samsung, you have no excuse. Plus, we are on platforms like Podbay, Stitcher, Player FM, Podcast Addict, and every once in a while, you'll find us circling out there on iHeartRadio. Come like us at the Offshoots Radio Network on Facebook. Of course, other shows have their own page as well. Join the conversation. Be a part of our small little world as it gets bigger and bigger each day.
All right, let's talk a little bit about New York, you guys. I had an absolute blast out in New York. I will tell you, damn, I am so happy to be home. Like, I have never been happier to be home. I hate leaving New York. I really do. I always hate to leave New York. New York, the East Coast is my home. It will forever be my home. But good Lord, it felt good to sleep in my own bed and to know that for the next at least probably month and a half, I don't have to be on a plane. I don't have to be in another bed. I'm going to be at my own bed. And that's what I like about being home. Not that I had to leave New York, because I love that city so much. It is, oh God. But God, it feels good to know that I am in one place for the most part until the end of March. So, I mean, I know I got a couple bookings here and there, and even when I leave at the end of March, I think I'm just going to Austin, maybe LA. I don't know. But for the most part, again, guys, I'm not really going anywhere. I'm going to stay right here. So, but I had a difficult time getting into New York due to the air traffic controllers not showing up to work. My first flight into New York had been canceled, so I wasn't going to get in from Dallas. I was kind of worried. I'd spoken with a couple pilots, and they told me what I should do is hop a plane till Milwaukee, which was going to have a real quick flight into LaGuardia there. So I said, okay, cool, that's what I'll do. So I hopped on a flight to Milwaukee, got off there, and had never seen cold like that before. Good Lord. I'm telling you, it looked cold. Like, not just was cold, but I mean, just looking around, I was like, yo, this place just looks too damn cold. I mean, I loved it. It was great, beautiful snow, but, whew, boy, let me tell you what, it looked cold. So my flight there to New York was delayed for what they were telling me was mechanical issues. Now, I'm not one for conspiracy theories, but I never saw nobody working on the plane or looking at the plane. I'm just going to say that. And I knew that a lot of things were grounded out in New York. So you tell me maintenance issue, even though the rest of the world is telling me air traffic controller issue. I mean, you do you, but I'm going to tell you, I don't necessarily believe you. But anyway, so I decided, okay, well, I guess I'm just going to go home. But my only way home from Milwaukee was to hop a plane to Kansas City and then home to Dallas. So I went to try and get on this Kansas City plane. I had a couple minutes, very little time. Went up to the nice lady at the desk who had no idea what she was doing and did not get the process done in time. And the flight to Kansas City went off without me. I was like, okay, all right, what is my only other option to get home? They said, well, you can go through St. Louis to go home. I said, okay, but everyone who's going to LaGuardia is now trying to go to St. Louis so that maybe they can get to LaGuardia. I'm like, so you're telling me all the seats are full? And they're like, pretty much. So I said, well, I guess I'm sleeping in the Milwaukee airport for the rest of the night. Went and got me some Chili's, headed back, said, okay, is there any way I can get on this plane to St. Louis so that I can get home to Dallas? Turns out there was a seat. So I got to get on the plane and head to St. Louis. Now I get to St. Louis and I go to the desk and try to hop on the plane to Dallas. Come to find out, hey, government is back open and planes are landing in LaGuardia. I said, well, a lot of people came here trying to go to LaGuardia. I bet this place has been backed up as well. There's probably not any open seats anywhere. Well, guess what, guys? There was an open seat. I ended up getting to LaGuardia in the middle of the night on Friday night, and I passed the F out immediately once I got to my Airbnb. Passed it. My Airbnb was great. Stayed in Brooklyn, man. Loved it. Anyway, I went from there. I woke up on Saturday, went and visit my sister. Just happened to be in New York, which was always crazy. I love running into my sister randomly in random different cities. And so we went and got some breakfast with a couple of her friends. I got some chicken and waffles. Amazing restaurant, man. I cannot for the life of me remember the name of it. Maybe I can look it up. But I will tell you guys that I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had the chicken and waffles that were some of the best chicken and waffles that I have ever had in my entire life. And let me tell you guys, Lexington Brass, that's what it was called. I enjoy chicken and waffles from many places. I've been to Roscoe's, I've been to other places, but this literally was the best chicken and waffles that I've ever freaking had. And from there, it was on to the Schmodown. Now I get to the Schmodown and we're setting up, we're getting ready, we're prepping the damn show. 400 people coming into the show tonight, and I was hyped for it, man. I think we did a lot of work, and I think we did a really good job. And I think this was probably the best one that we had ever done. And I'm really proud that I got to be a part of it. I'm so thankful to Christian Harloff and Mark Ellis. Incredible matches between Chance Ellison and Janine the Machine, and then an insane title match between Dan and Ethan Irwin. So it was my job to get all the talent in the right places and let them make sure they hit their marks and all that stuff. So, and I think it went off without a hitch. I think I did a damn good job, and I'm very proud of it. And God, it was fun. We ended up going out later that night. Jen Sturger got us a bottle service at a really cool new bar that I really enjoyed. And I was really looking forward to drinking the night away. At about 1:30, I contacted Jackson Stone trying to find out where he was. And I was like, yo, dude, where you at? He's like, I'm back at the hotel already. We got to leave for Philly at 7:30 in the morning. And I said, oh, shit. Guess I better stop drinking. So I stopped drinking. I got home, got about 3 hours of sleep, and then caught up with him and headed into Philadelphia. Now, I will tell you guys, I went and drove around and checked out Philly, and it was not nice. I do not like that city at all. It's just there's no drivers are terrible. There's nowhere to go. It's just awful, man. And because I lost my wallet on the way to London, I didn't have a debit card or an ATM card, and it was Sunday, and I had no way to. I couldn't go to a bank because they were closed. So I couldn't get any cash, which means I couldn't get a Geno's cheesesteak. I couldn't get a Max's cheesesteak. I couldn't get a Jim's cheesesteak, and I couldn't get I think that's it. I think the Geno Max, Pat's cheesesteak. So I had to go to Tony Luke's. It was not good. I was not impressed by Tony Luke's. Fred's is still the number one Philly cheesesteak, if you ask me. So I don't know. I would like to go back so I could get some Geno's. The Rocky statue was really cool. I would like to go back so I can get a video of me running the stairs. I think that's really important to me. Because I was by myself when I was down there, downtown Philly, so I didn't get to get a picture of me running the stairs. But anyway, I then took the train back into New York so I could cover the red carpet for Reign of Superman. And the Reign of Superman was astonishing, man. That was so much freaking fun. I have a lot to learn still from interviewing. I definitely have a lot to learn, but I think I did pretty damn good. And I look forward to you guys seeing those videos. It's going to take a really long time for me to edit them. There's a lot of work I got to do to edit them and get them up and running. But definitely look forward to you guys getting to check them out. And Reign of the Superman was a great film as well, and I look forward to it possibly getting the Jeebus Award. You never know. Maybe it'll be on next year's. We'll have to wait and see. Its predecessor got a nomination for this year, so hey, man, you never know. But anyway, guys, after the red carpet, I ended up going home, just kind of getting some Famous Rays, head back to my hotel, got a couple glasses of wine, and went to sleep and headed home the next day. So all in all, it was a blast in New York. I love that city. I cannot wait to go back for WrestleMania. New York will always be my home, and I will always love it, and I always miss it. So it was a lot of fun. Can't wait to see it again. All right, guys, we're going to take a final commercial break, and when we come back, it's going to be time to break down the box office for this week.
Cinelinx presents Channel Control, where Matt, BC, and I, Rob, get together and talk about TV news and give you our take on what's going on in TV land. We'll also take you channel surfing, where we talk about what shows we watched that week and what we've liked about it. Find out what shows have been renewed or canceled, or just find out what TV series has been released on DVD, Blu-ray that week. Channel Control is a weekly YouTube show, so head on over, subscribe, check out our videos, give us a like, turn on your notifications so you know when our new shows are up, and you can also follow us at Channel Control on Twitter. And now, back to BC.
Thank you, Rob. It's always great to hear from Mr. Rob Entropy. And now it is time for the box office. Let's take a look at it. How did I do? How did you do? Let's look. Number one, I had Glass coming in at 18 million. Number two, The Kid Who Would Be King with 11 million. The Upside at number three with 9 million. Aquaman at number 4 with 6 million, and Spidey right under him with another 6 million. We had Glass did come in at number 1 with 18 million, so I was right on the money there. Number 2 actually did have 11 million, but it wasn't The Kid Who Would Be King. It was The Upside. That's right, The Upside coming in there with $11 million. Big respect to there. Aquaman came in at number 3 with 7 million. The Kid Who Would Be King actually came in at number 4 with 7 million as well, about 100,000 less than Aquaman. Not even 100, a little bit less than 100,000, maybe like 50,000 less than Aquaman. And then Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse coming in at number 5 with $6 million. So, hey, at least I had the Spider-Man numbers right. Like, I mean, I gotta say, that's pretty damn good, right? Right? Like, that's good. I did good, right? All right, this upcoming weekend, we have Miss Bala is the only new film that will be hitting theaters. I think Miss Bala, I didn't know much about it until recently, and now I think it actually looks pretty good after I've seen the trailer. Gina Rodriguez is a badass, so I really look forward to seeing what she does with this film. So, other than that, I expect mostly the same out of most of these films. Glass is probably, we're going to drop it down to about 10 million. Actually, you know what? It's Super Bowl weekend. We're going to drop it down to about 8 million. I completely forgot about that. The Upside will come in at number 2 with a little bit less, maybe 7 million. Miss Bala will put it number 3 with 6 million. Aquaman at number 4 with 5 million. And Spider-Man at number 5 with 4 million. So, guys, that's Glass at number 1 with 8 million. The Upside at number 2 with 7 million. Miss Bala at number 3 with 6 million. Aquaman at number 4 with 5 million. And Spidey at number 5 with 4 million. So those are my box office predictions. What about you guys? Let me know what you guys think about the box office. There's so many different options, so many incredible films to go see. Go and check them out. Movies are doing great, especially Aquaman, you guys. Aquaman is knocking it out of the park. I cannot believe how incredible Aquaman has been. Let's just take a look at this real quick here. Aquaman has a total now of 316 million in domestically and 775 million worldwide, giving it over $1 billion. Who would have thought that it was going to be Aquaman to be the highest grossing DC film of all time? Aquaman is the highest. Think about that. It grossed more than The Dark Knight. It grossed more than The Dark Knight Rises. It is the highest grossing film in the DC universe ever. No DC film has beat it. So, Aquaman, the guy that talks to fish. I didn't see it coming. That's for damn sure. But, all right, guys. Other than that, what else is there? All right, so I want to remind you guys that to do all these different podcasts and all these different shows and everything that I do, it costs a little bit of money. But I like to put it out to you absolutely free. I do not want you to have to pay a single dime to listen to anything produced by the Jackass Nation. So I continue to work as hard as I can to keep everything that I create free of charge. Now, there are a couple costs that it comes to having to make all these different podcasts and get the YouTube channel growing and everything that I'm doing to make everything better for you, the Jackass Nation. Now, to do that, I've partnered with Amazon.com. Amazon.com is the world's largest online retailer, and you can get just about anything you need on Amazon.com. Now, since you are a Jackass Nation listener, Amazon.com is going to throw back all the fees needed to help keep the Jackass, everything on the Jackass Nation free of charge. How do you help out? It's very simple. In the description of this podcast, there's a link down below. Whether you're listening to it on Cinelinx.com or you're listening to it on the Offshoots radio network. In the description of the podcast, there is a link to Amazon.com. Just go click that link and then hit the bookmark. Then every time you go to Amazon.com, use that link. Now what that does is it sends you to Amazon.com, and Amazon.com gets a message saying, hey, this person came to us through the Jackass Nation. So because of that, we're going to chip back a little bit of proceeds and send some to the Jackass Nation to help pay for all the costs that keep it up and running. It does not cost you anything extra. It doesn't give me anything extra. All it does is help pay the fees to keep everything running and to upgrade equipment. So I do want to thank every single one of you that use the Amazon link. It is always appreciative. Thank you. Share it around. And let's try to keep everything we can do to keep the Jackass Nation completely free of charge.
Well, about time for me to be hitting the old dusty trail.
That's right, guys. Time for me to get rolling, get up out of here. I got some more stuff I got to do. Got to get to work editing these interviews with the cast of Reign of the Superman. So much fun work to do there. God, it was just so much fun, you guys. It really was. I definitely have a lot of work to do. I got to get better at interviewing people. So I felt like I was doing really good, but then when a question would end, I would just jump right into another question instead of organically talking to them. So something I need to know, I learned that I need to work with or work on. So, but I did have a lot of fun and that was great. And I hope you guys get to enjoy these videos sooner than later. I will get to work on them, I promise. So. Other than that, don't forget to check out the YouTube channel, guys, youtube.com/JackassNation. I know there's not a lot of content up this year just yet, but we're going to start working on getting a video up every single week. At least one video, something every week, something up there and running. And I hope you guys enjoy those. Make sure to subscribe to this channel as well. And also, you guys, remember, if you want, you can actually get this. It is what it is now on the YouTube channel. That's right. I started putting it up there now, so you can go and check that out. That doesn't count as my one video a week. I want to get something like some substance up there, not just the podcast. So other than that, hey, if you are out in the New York area, if you know any professional wrestling shows or you know any bookers, please send them in my way. You can have them contact me at Real Jackass BC, RealJackassBC at gmail.com. I'm looking for shows to work WrestleMania weekend. I really want to get in the ring. One of my goals this year is to get in the ring WrestleMania weekend in my home of New York for the very first time. I've never wrestled up in the East Coast, so I would love to get an opportunity to do that. So if you know anybody or you know any promotions, please send them my way. Give me a tweet, tag me in their products, whatever it is you can do. Just let me know. I'm trying everything I can to get up there, so I really would appreciate it. Don't forget, check out Channel Control every single Monday on youtube.com/Channel Control TV. Got some other stuff in the works. Gifted Talkers returns next Tuesday night, so be prepared for that. I will have a review of Alita Battle Angel up this weekend. So, or I don't know when the embargo lists. As soon as I can get the interview up, or the review up, I will. So be prepared for that one as well, up on the Cinelinx.com channel. Don't forget out Cinelinx.com for all your news, reviews, editorials, and more. And you guys know you can follow me on all social media at Real Jackass BC, RealJackass BC, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Stardust, Xbox Live. You can't use it on the Nintendo Network. There's another way to find me on Nintendo. I'll figure that out and let you guys know. I don't know how to do it. And as well, it is also Real JABC on the PlayStation Network. So, because PlayStation for children, you can't say Jackass. So, that's how that goes. Anyway, guys, you guys are hearing that music. It's wilding up. It wants me to get up out of here. So, I am going to get going. And as always, yeah, buddy, it is what it is.
You've been listening to It Is What It Is with the Jackass. The views and opinions expressed by the host do not necessarily reflect those of the Offshoots Radio Network or Cinelinx.com.
It's T-shirt time!